Thank you for joining us for this Roots presentation. Roots is resilient, organic opportunities for thriving systems. And this is an opportunity brought to you by Collectively Sustainable. And Collectively Sustainable is a grassroots movement that is really using food to build community. And our mission is to provide our communities with direct access to people who have skills, produce, products, and resources that will assist in the creation and support of hyperlocal food systems. Understanding that our food system is right outside of our door and understanding that all the power is in the raw resource, right now more than ever, we are deciding to abandon ship, if you will, in the system that is really creating these scarcities and all the things, all the nuance to keep us separated. We're just basically saying we're done playing the game and we're walking away. And in order for us to walk away, we need to have our food system secured. We need to be able to rely on each other. And this Roots opportunity is basically an in-house grant that we're offering to collectively sustainable members. It's a very unique aspect of a grant because it's a grant that is based on in-kind value. So a lot of people are calling this mutual aid, and in the corporate aspect, they'll call it in-kind. So it's basically a structure that already exists. It's very much functional. We just call it different things. And right now we're using this system to go out and basically, for low cost or no cost, we're trying to establish 100 food production plots in Atlanta to conduct this social experiment. And again, we've been doing this already. We have a small group of 100 or so members in Atlanta right now, and we already go to each other's homes, our gardens, our homesteads, our farm, and we help each other. We help each other with labor. We help each other with information. We help each other with logistics. We help each other by, you know, talking about our products to other people and getting people involved with Farm Fresh 24/7 and buying directly from people and peer-to-peer services. And then we also, you know, provide a service within the community by just being intentional with our expenditures. We're intentional about trying our best to create products so that our community can buy from each other, or we're intentional about, you know, sharing the products that we've already had success with in hopes that other community members can provide it for their hyperlocal arena. So this Roots operation is really important because we realize that the raw resource and getting in connection with the earth is paramount. And so most people don't know where to start, don't know how to start, and don't really have a clue on what to do. So Roots is supposed to be able to put people who have the skills to garden, to work the soil, who farm, who homestead, and they say, hey, we can dispatch ourselves close to our homes, close to our operations, and we'll be the educational force for other people, right? So that means we don't really have a cost for the educators, right? Our collectively sustainable members are going to do this either for free or for a small stipend of $100. And that's for the duration of your program, which should be at least 2 seasons, which is 1 year, or we can go up to 4 seasons for 2 years. And this just depends on your committedness to this social experiment. And so for this social experiment, the participants who have land, they will be getting a 10 by 10 in-ground food production system. That's compost, plants, seeds, the install, the whole nine is basically going to be given to them, right? And this includes hands-on training and education throughout the growth season, right? So this is really impactful because, again, most people don't know where to start, and then they're not necessarily supported through the process. We're going to be able to accomplish this by way of our lighthouses, again, in that close proximity to each cohort. And that's kind of where we're going. We're going to build cohorts based around our lighthouses, or our lighthouses can travel to a certain, you know, a distance. But basically, again, this whole thing is around Metro Atlanta, and we do have lighthouses all around Atlanta. So I feel very confident in how we're presenting this construct. 5 to 8 food plots. That could be families. That could be multiple plots on one land. it can look different for each setup, but basically each cohort is going to have 5 to 8 food plots that are 10 by 10. Each 10 by 10 is going to grow 3 different crops, right? We have 6 sets of opportunities for full sun, partial sun, and full shade growing operations. So every type of yard can fit the bill. And what we're going to try to do is rotate those 6 categories, those 6 plots around to different, you know, cohorts. And the whole objective is for the cohort to also, the people who are getting the 10 by 10 installed, collectively sustainable, is going to provide the leadership, the education, the framework, right? As in the lighthouse being there on site. But the labor is going to come mainly from the cohort. So what we're establishing is that mutual aid functionality in this system, right? So it's going to be very impactful again. The cohorts will be encouraged to assist one another. That could be with labor. So as we break ground, that's going to be the requirement for the cohort. And I'm kind of jumping ahead, but just so you know, that's where we're going with this. Like, we're going to enforce that reciprocal value be added into the equations of sustainability because it's necessary. Who can participate? We're looking for volunteers that's volunteers who are willing and ready to support this social experiment, this initiative of hyperlocal food systems, and be able to come and be able-bodied enough to do the labor. We're also looking for volunteers in the marketing capacity, volunteers who can help document, volunteers who can help with reaching out and talking to people about the movement. So there's definitely different ways to volunteer within this movement or this social experiment. Also, we're looking for homeowners who can basically provide the space. Green space and the lack of access is definitely a huge barrier that we can't deny. But what we're saying is there is more than enough land if we use our plots properly to steward and produce food and create this micro ecosystem of sovereignty through sustainability. So we're looking for homeowners who are willing to give up 10 by 10, a 10 foot by 10 foot grid on their property to participate in this movement, right? And lastly, we're looking for training facilitators, right? So we do have a nice community here in Atlanta of educators, but we need more. Why do we need more? Because this could possibly get even bigger. We're looking to do 100, but we can possibly do 1,000. The more plots we do, the more food we grow, the more freedom we have as a people. So we're looking for your favorite gardeners, farmers, homesteaders, people who that you've seen them on Instagram, you've seen them on social media, and you know that they know how to grow food. You know that you're watching their videos and you're learning a lot. Try to reach out to them again as a volunteer. That could be a part of the volunteerism outreach. Reach out to these creators and pull them in and let them know that we are here doing something profound and we need their help. We need them to come in as lighthouses to basically spearhead a cohort or two, and just again to use ourselves as that resource, which is true to what collectively sustainable is. So the requirements for this Roots program is basically you have to be a member of the grassroots movement collectively sustainable. You can find those more information in the sign up on collectivelysustainable.org. You can follow us on YouTube. We have a lot of videos up about how we're meeting, what we're doing, the impact we're having. And again, throughout that membership, when you become a member, it opens the door for you to fit in and add value to the community, even in ways that we don't see right now that we're not ironing out. There are things that you might understand already about, movements or just organizing in general that can help. So definitely you have to become a member because we also have a culture that's attached to our membership. It's not just paying dues, but it's also buying in to the system. We're saying that the hand that we need is at the end of our own sleeves. And that means we need to fund our freedom as well. So a lot of our lighthouses in our educational members get paid from our active participation and investment into our own community. And that's by way of $5 a month if you pay for the whole year, or $7 a month if you go month to month. And then secondly, you'll have to complete an application, of course. This is going to be looked at again as like a grant, an in-house grant, a in-house funding opportunity that's based on in-kind. But again, you complete the application because that's going to give us more insight on who we choose, how we move about this. And again, it's going to give a way for you to explain why this is important to you, and why you should be selected. So this is going to be a mandatory requirement as well. And then lastly, you must agree to assist with at least 3 installs within your area. Again, that's within your cohort. So you're going to have multiple people in your area. We're looking to create these cohorts is um, close to the lighthouse as possible. So that means the lighthouse doesn't have to do a lot of traveling, and the lighthouse can be dispatched to each plot with ease. But then it's also important because now you have a community that you're building of people who obviously share the same interests, and we can build on that. And we understand with collectively sustainable that socialization aspect and being in proximity is really key. Right? We can't keep building community over the World Wide Web and thinking that's going to save us. We need to be in physical reference and physical space of community and start to build from there. And that's what we're doing with this whole roots movement. Again, we believe that food is the key for our freedom. Food is a key for a new economy, and just touching the land is going to heal so many traumas and break so many barriers that have been placed systematically upon us and imposed upon us. We're using food in the land to restore. So it's a restorative justice aspect attached to this as well. So again, we're saying that we are the key in understanding how to um, move through this system and unlearn and relearn, so that we can create our own system is going to be paramount. And we're hoping that you decide to move forward and join Collectively Sustainable. Again, you can find more information at www.collectivelysustainable.org. And I'm looking forward to seeing you. Maybe even in your city, you can get the root started if you're not in Atlanta. So I'm looking forward to seeing you on the front lines doing the work.